Have you ever noticed that with an avoidant man, the moment your relationship starts feeling calm, he pulls away? It's not random, and it's definitely not because you aren't good enough for consistency. There's a very specific psychological trigger that gets activated when an avoidant man starts feeling closeness. And most women, without realizing it, do the one thing that guarantees he's going to retreat. But luckily, there's another way to shift the dynamic so he feels the distance between you and starts chasing after you. This isn't about manipulation. It's about understanding how avoidant attachment actually works and using that knowledge to protect your power. And if you like this video, be sure to like and subscribe to my channel where I upload videos like this every week. So part number 1, why avoidant men don't chase like other men. Closeness to an avoidant is very different than it is to a secure man, and it has nothing to do with the woman not being good enough. What it's actually about is the way that avoidants form closeness in childhood. They usually associate intimacy as overwhelming, a lot of times because of an inconsistent parent. They commonly view it as a loss of control or even their sense of self. So to a secure person, closeness feels calm. It feels amazing. But to an avoidant, it feels uncomfortable, sometimes even suffocating, you guys. That's why when things start to feel good between you and him, his nervous system goes into overdrive. And then seemingly out of nowhere, he pulls back and disappears. And contrary to popular belief, you guys, this is not him playing games or manipulating you. It's because distance feels like the fastest way for him to regain safety after closeness. Let me highlight that, you guys, because that's very important. Avoidant men aren't pulling back because they don't care about you. They are pulling back because it's an emotional reflex. Subconsciously, closeness to them, it feels unsafe. And when that fear bubbles up inside them, connection with a woman feels overwhelming. So when you panic, you chase after him, you beg for reassurance, it actually backfires. Not because your needs are wrong, but because it confirms a story his nervous system already believes. That intimacy means losing his independence. Part number 2, why chasing an avoidant never works. Here is the trap that so many women fall into. When he pulls away, you instinctively lean in to keep the closeness. You text him more. You seek reassurance. You want to talk things through to bring back the connection, which is a very understandable reaction. No shame, no judgment here. But what's actually happening underneath the surface is you're showing him that you will stay and chase him no matter what effort he's giving you. And slowly over time, he's going to give less and less effort because, simply put, he doesn't have to. Meanwhile, you're giving more and more. And now the chasing dynamic is completely backwards to what it should be. Not to forget, you as a woman are exhausted from pursuing him. Inversely, women who are so focused on their own life give an avoidant the space necessary to feel that connection is a choice, not something he's being pressured into. Now he doesn't feel obligated to like a woman, and that draws him in. The woman who does less gets him to chase more, not because she's playing games, but because she's a high-value woman with self-respect, standards, and boundaries. That's the secret, you guys. Step number 3, the shift that makes an avoidant chase. So how do you actually become this woman? Here are 5 easy steps to follow. Number 1 is to detach from the outcome. When you're emotionally set on this has to work out with him, you naturally become the one holding the relationship together. You check in more. You try to fix the distance between you and him. You feel anxious the moment things go quiet. Detachment doesn't mean you stop caring about him. It means your emotional state isn't dependent on his mood. Practically, this looks like you stop reaching out when he hasn't been reaching out to you. You don't follow up on unanswered texts, begging for a response. You don't frequently seek reassurance to calm your anxiety. Instead, you want to fill up your time with things that light you up. This could be fitness classes, social events, your career, etc. Not just as a distraction, but because your life doesn't revolve around a man. When an avoidant man feels like you're okay with or without him, that's when he starts making an effort to keep you. He becomes an addition to your life, not the center of it. Step number 2 is matching his pace, not his words. Avoidant men often speak about their ideal future while their current behavior remains inconsistent. It's literally the worst. So the rule here is simple. Stop responding to what he says and start responding to what he does. So if he says he likes you, but he texts you once every few days, you match the texting pace, not his promises. If he pulls back, you don't lean in harder to compensate. You subtly mirror the level of engagement he's showing you. This restores balance in the relationship and removes pressure. And most importantly, it puts the responsibility back where it belongs, on him. Attraction grows when the effort is mutual, not when one person is overfunctioning. Step number 3 is to become emotionally regulated, not reactive. This is where a lot of women think they're being secure, but they're actually suppressing their emotions. Being a safe presence for a man doesn't mean ignoring your own feelings. It's really, really painful. It simply means responding instead of reacting. So instead of sending a very emotionally charged message to him, for example, when he pulls away, you pause, you regulate yourself first. That could be walking, breath work, journaling, moving. And then you decide if it's coming from a regulated place. Does it really need to be said? So when you do communicate with him, you keep it very grounded, not emotionally fueled. This shows him that closeness with you doesn't mean chaos. Then he feels safe to be with you long term because he knows it doesn't mean a loss of self. Step number 4 is triggering the fear of loss without any ultimatums. Avoidant men don't feel attachment in moments of intensity. They feel it in the space afterwards. So this step is about shifting your energy from waiting to choosing. You stop making him your priority, as if, you guys. You stop rearranging your schedule around his availability. You stop putting your life on hold just to get clarity from him. You're so much better than that. Instead, you move forward with your life, plans, routine, growth, whether he's around or not. And this isn't punishment, this is actually self-respect. And when your energy is more focused on yourself, the irony is his nervous system relaxes. And that's when he begins to miss you. Step number 5 is rewarding presence, not absence. This is one of the most important shifts. Many women accidentally reward avoidant behavior by staying overly available when he disappears, or they punish him emotionally when he returns. This only drives him farther away. Instead, you want to remain warm and engaged and very receptive. That's that feminine energy that masculine men crave. You enjoy him, you're open, but when he pulls away, you go neutral. No chasing, no lectures, no emotional unloading later. Presence gets connection, absence gets nothing. That's how his nervous system learns that you are safe to be with, not through force, but through consistency. Part number 4, the truth that nobody tells you. Now, here's what I really need all of you to hear, because this is what keeps a lot of women stuck. Yes, these little shifts can make an avoidant man chase you. They can make him miss you, crave you, idealize you. But chasing is not the same thing as committing. An avoidant man can want you very deeply and still never be emotionally available. He can feel attached to you without ever being able to show up consistently and build a stable relationship with you. And that's where the real question arises. It's not, how do I get this avoidant to chase me? It's, is this the kind of love I actually want to build my life around? Because if you ever have to shrink yourself for a man or abandon your own feelings to keep him, that's not sustainable. You are so above shrinking yourself for any man. Here's the last point that I want to drive home to all of you. Avoidant men tend to chase women who don't overfunction, who don't chase clarity, and who don't need to be chosen to feel worthy. And if that feels authentic to you, then great. But if the cost of being with him is abandoning yourself, the price is too high, babe. Sometimes winning isn't ending up with the avoidant. Sometimes winning is walking away and choosing yourself. Remember, as a woman, you never lose anyone, they lose you.